So that was A Decline by NoFX. It's a piece of orchestral history, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, was that the version with the orchestra?
Yeah, I realise now what you were referring to before. You're actually wearing a NoFX Decline t-shirt.
I am, yeah. Well, I kind of chose it specifically because I was going to see you and Sean. I was like, I'll go wear my Decline t-shirt.
I had a wonderful time meeting you, hanging out with you. And I just need to thank you for sharing your pizza wedge with me.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realise before I went to the festival how important the flotation devices were in terms of your enjoyment of the experience.
I thought you were talking about a slice of pizza. I didn't realise you meant my inflatable slice of pizza. Well, that could take at least 3 people, I think. That thing was massive. And then tried to float down the river, which just didn't work. And then Nigel had to push us half the way down the river. Do you remember? And half drown on the way there.
Yeah.
That's a good day.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about how we met.
Okay, we were getting a coach from the airport in Venice to Slovenia to go to Punk Rock Holiday, and we got off the coach, and you and me were both being quite miserable about the whole situation as we had to carry all of our stuff down the hill towards like the Hofer, the supermarket, and we were both just complaining at each other. I think that's basically what happened. And then Giles, although what did I call Giles? Nigel said he'd show us the way, and then he started delaying and saying, I've got to do this and this, and I just shouted at Nigel and made him lead the way to the campsite. And then halfway there we realised there was a place we could stop for a beer, so we just stopped and had a beer, and then we went and pitched up our tents. Well, you pitched up yours in the dark on some like roots of a tree, and me and Liz went and got in the hottest tent on the planet Earth, and then we went and partied.
I remember the trip down the hill very distinctly because as we drove into the town, beautiful town, come through the mountains, past all the rivers, beautiful little town, and we can see the entrance. We can see the entrance to the festival. And we drive past the entrance to the festival. And then we drive up an enormous hill. And not a little way up that hill, several minutes up that hill. And then they drop us off at the top. Yeah. With all of our shit. And yeah, the journey down involved, all sorts of ramps and steps and things that we were trying to drag our luggage over all the way down. I was having a heart attack. Yeah. I had to stop and have my inhaler like several times.
I think also that the bus was supposed to take about 2 hours, and it easily took like 4 hours for us to get there. So it was dark when we arrived, and then you had to try and pitch a tent in the dark. Well, the Flatliners were good. Which could lead us on to another song.
It could be. This could be some sort of monumental, mythical segue.
It's funny that you went with the word monumental then. Was it because you just heard the word Flatliners and were like, monumental?
I'm not making decisions for you.
You're pushing me in a specific direction.
Friendship.
No, actually, if I'm going to go with the Flatliners song, I have a different song, which is Resuscitation of the Year by the Flatliners, because after that trip, I needed to come back to life because I was almost dead. And Resuscitation of the Year is all about coming back to life. So that's the song I'd go with. Resuscitation of the Year.